everybody. Welcome to a new game today. We are going to be playing Kona. I am not 100% sure what it's about, but I have heard good things about it. So, I'm excited to jump right in. This intro music is already phenomenal. So, I'm just going to hop right in and begin. So, let's go. I'm excited. I try not to look into trailers or the synopsis, so I have no idea what to expect. So, let's see. Northern Quebec, October
Carl
1970.
sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Oh my gosh, you can already... It's better than Call of Duty already. You
They
should
had
drive.
set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
So I like the old Call of Duties to be able to drive. Have fun.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Hey, look at that. Just leave the car on. It will be good, Manistan. Okay. Hey, there's a phone, there's a rock. I'm going up this tower. I got a bottle. Everybody, I got a bottle. Those are creepy masks. Probably indigenous. Some cultural references, potentially. So what we're getting right out of the Korean War. Okay, right out of the Korean War, 70s. So before, right before or early stages of internet.
Hamilton never mentioned a road-blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would,
Right.
however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself. Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
This sounds like the beginning of a horror movie, and this car is so loud.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others, an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Oh my gosh. What? Why were they going so fast? few hours later, do I wake up in the car? Do it.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
What the heck? Where did all this snow come from? I guess it is Canada. Kona. Is this a place? Is Kona a place? Oh my gosh, the whole bridge fell. Are you alive,
The driver
sir?
had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
Can I crouch? I can jump. I can crouch.
It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance. Such heart-wrenching Nordic
Dang
poetry
it.
that was. But
No, I
Carl
wanna read the
didn't care
back.
much about flowery language.
Isabella, you gave meaning to everything. When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. Well, we're in ice and blizzard now. Anything in the trunk?
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore. This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Looks like there certainly could have been down there. I knew I had to go down there. It just seemed right. Carl is less accurate and runs shorter distances. Okay. South Adam McPeck.
More materials were needed to stir up the flames.
Wood?
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more and was now on his way to new adventures.
Fire starters, matches. Wood. I'm gonna start the fire in here. Dang. So it's a psychological survival game, I guess? Yes. Doesn't it get like negative like 30 there? Which is absolutely nuts. I'm gonna take all the wood I
Ever diligent
can.
in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
52. The weather's crazy here. An error margin of 30 degrees. So what, it's 22? Crash. Son of a wealthy Chicago banker, Hamilton made his own gold rush in north of Quebec. So we're northern Canada. Dang. He established a copper mine helped by the family's small fortune. You can't make a fortune without breaking a few lives. That's the saying Hamilton lives by. The expression of his copper mine certainly did not make him new friends. Hamilton is accusing the Cree people of attacking his estate, especially his luxurious hunting lodge. Somewhere north of Chibougamau. Yet another way to make friends. The Cree certainly did not hold him dear. His mind has probably upset the Great Spirit. The vandalism case is definitely, for me, it needs an eye of professional. Meeting Hamilton at the... Yeah. Okay. A locked box I got. An abandoned car got. And the picture. Okay. So So, let's venture out. We're gonna go up this tower. Very windy. Okay. I'm not quite seeing much up here. Is that a hole or a lake? I think it's a lake. What is the point of this? I don't see much. That's definitely a lake. Whose house is this? Looks, I want that shovel. Okay, let's get warm. Nice fur pelts. Okay. Back to the car. I physically can't go further that way. I didn't check the rest of my car. Deposit logs. Okay, how do I use stuff? There we go. Consumables. First aid kit. Okay, back it up. So that's what the chains are for. I'm sliding. You better get matches and set your passenger seat on fire, because you don't have heat, you have issues. Driving in snow, I've done it for the first time this year. It is sketchy and terrifying. Oh, did I reach the town?
Spread out on a
The
few acres of
monasteries
untouched
region.
forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry. Jean-Luc
Doesn't
Bédard
sound like
had
that happened
without a
anymore.
doubt been the closest man in the village to William Hamilton, otherwise known as Uncle Willie. The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
So we're just coasting into the gas station. Better get inside. You need to learn how to turn off your car.
The milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Reach the general store. Done. Like, honestly, you need to learn how to... Your car is so loud. I can't go into the porta potty. Or the outhouse, sorry, not the porta potty. I'm using modern language. Okay.
Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Dang it. Oh my gosh.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But
Dude, it looks
only
like
a
if she's been
detective could have
shot.
noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
The light just stopped.
Carl knew that
You know
Gilles
what?
Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. And when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I will have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going to get out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop. Unless you would like to come fill in for me, I wouldn't dare advise you after all. You must know how it's done, since it's yours now. With kind regards, your dedicated manager, Gillis? Let's not call anybody yet. Move ladder. Take the first aid kit.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
This place is a mess. I'm gonna go turn on the power. Mysterious unbranded cans.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Oh my
Maintaining
gosh,
his
there's
composure,
wolves.
Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears? Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out. Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Interesting. Why am I following these wolf prints?
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was there a possible lead?
Whoa, what the heck?
Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be. It looked like a man fossilized in ice. All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams, a cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp. To all appearances,
Mysterious journal.
this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
The beast enjoys long slumbers. Its sanctuary seems impregnable. Ice is everywhere. I need to exercise patience and wait for it to come out, to think like a hunter. The beast often invades the settlements bordering the lake. Its hair rises the white people. They never see it coming, but they feel its presence, a cold dread grabbing at your innards. The beast excites the wolves, makes them more aggressive. One attacked me. I had to cut its throat. The blade digging into flesh made the sound of a taut wire. The beast is getting closer to the villagers. It moves at night, bringing heavy snow and strong gusts of wind along with it. I tracked it to no avail. I do not know the white man frozen in ice, but I do know this. It is the work of the beast. It attacks, curdle the blood of the victims. White men know nothing of this force of nature. I touched the ice imprisoning the white man. I saw things, but I do not understand them.
What could these engraved numbers mean? A fresh
7,
path
8, 9.
suddenly appeared before Carl.
I want that guy's gun. Dang. A bunch of wolves. I'm sorry, Carl.
Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself.
I want to try to get his gun. No wolf could have done this. I'm keeping that picture. That's nuts. I did not expect that. I need to find the generator. Gas. Unlock. Let's draw. That I need the pincers. But I'm pretty sure you mean bolt cutters. But what do I
The
know?
Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen a share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Okay, there's the generator. I'm sorry. It sounds like they're behind me.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Inspect. The secretary would have been a luxury here. To open the cash register, punch the price 2 numbers minimum, press sale, turn the crank 2 times, punch the machine if it doesn't work. I don't understand how the electricity is turned off. Duct tape, customer credit.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was
Dang.
far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Okay. Garage key. Okay, let's go into the garage and try not to die. Nothing in the trash. Well, your car looks trashed. I'm assuming I'm looking for a jerry can. The cleanest spot in the area. Lots of milk. Nothing in the trunk. Nothing really over here.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge. The poor thing was out of power.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Ooh, pliers. Bam. Hardwire. That file looks important. Okay. Fix generator. I see. Turn on. Okay. Perfect. The general store also serves as a post office. Nice. Quebec's Klondike. There we go.
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already. A nice picture of the Magasin Lachance store, seemingly taken
Magasin
the day it was
Lachance.
first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten.
What the heck is that?
Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
Ah, anti-hunter? Map. Didn't even travel half the province of Quebec to come here. Yeah, right? Canada is so massive, just like the United States. But, yeah.
What could be inside that
Mr.
envelope?
Jean Von
Carl was
Montreux.
taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Ottawa. Center direction of influence. Okay, let's photograph the dead body, I guess. Keep it. A broken clock. Nope, keep that on. That's good. Turn that off. So, 1, fail. Here's a key. Put the camera away. There we go. One post key. Okay, I have a post key. No, no, no. It's out front. It said something fell. I hate how my car is consistent.
The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what
He's the person
to ordinary people playing spy.
It is a citizen as Her Majesty and free economic chambers of the world, that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The most is happening at this very moment. I cannot write at length, but I am requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of my community, the Honorable
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
seems like a kind of iffy thing to think about. I feel like there's more pressing concerns.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
I can imagine there's a stupid blizzard on outside. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Playing Kona. We just witnessed, or no, didn't witness, we walked in on a dead body. So now time to, I see. Okay. Now let's go over here to where there should be power in here. Yes, there is. So, lift it up. Crowbar.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Okay, so cool. Now I got a crowbar. Okay, now I need gas. Now I need gas. Yeah, Hamilton's murder. In the box, I found a state of affair, no less. Hamilton wanted to expose some shady activity by enemies of democracy. Okay, the reckless driver was definitely a fugitive running from the scene. Still covered in Hamilton's blood. Guaranteed, because I found the box there. Okay. Fill up tank, let's go. Someone come up behind me.
Carl knew
Not a
right
horde?
away where to
Okay.
find the infuriated Shellachant. Any good investigation would have to start there.
Okay, so I'm going back to see my guy. That's frozen.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The Seeker had sought.
So it's interesting to know that it wasn't him. Can I use the gun? It has 3 bullets. No, I already took a picture of that. So I think that means go back there and shoot the wolves in the face. I'd rather not, because I like dogs. But you can go out here for a reason.
Carl never thought he would be dancing with the wolves.
I didn't want to. Get rid of wolves without killing? Did I not kill that wolf? This seems like a dangerous place to be, I gotta say. I have to say, because I'm not 100% sure what I'm looking for out here. I mean, the wolf. The wood lots.
A fire is as good as the materials used to create it.
Okay, I need a log.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
I can't feel my toes. I need a log. There's a house over here. Ooh, an axe.
An axe. Not too shabby. Carl felt he needed to protect himself. It was a typical shack, just like the ones you hear about in Quebecois legends. Local lumberjacks used it to rest and twice a day heat up their pea soup.
They should have put a carpet here. Yeah, probably. This is a very weird game. Okay, let's pull out the map. Okay. I'm kind of confused. So if I go this way, I'll find another... Going the wrong way. Gotta go this way. Whoops. I'm guessing I can fight wolves with this. I definitely killed one, unless I hit it in the leg. Dang. Such a long way. Am I supposed to be using my car? Because it wouldn't let me get in the car. There's the thing. And from what it sounded like, there's a monster out here too? That freezes people?
This cabin doesn't look like a bunkhouse, especially with the missing stove and chimney. Carl was intrigued at the secrets possibly hidden here.
Okay. Sorry, buddy. Getting nice and warm and get sane again. So this is a shack. I can go left. I continue going this way. Okay, pile of logs. Okay, got a cul-de-sac here. This place has fire already.
Someone had been playing with a crossbow here. A very dangerous game. A bolt could hit someone's tire or their eye. It could even kill someone if the aim was right. Without a single window to brighten things up, the inside of the cabin was almost pitch black. Beware of close encounters of knee and furniture.
Well, that's absolutely terrifying. What the heck kind of bag is that, and why is it terrifying? A toothbrush. The toothbrush is still wet.
Solitaire, a card game only hermits can truly enjoy. Carl felt depressed at the thought of playing this.
Solitaire is fun.
Everything was set up for a well-deserved snack. It seemed like the place hadn't been empty for long, but without knowing exactly why, Carl had the feeling no one was coming back anytime soon.
Like, I'm so on edge about this. Like, it's not... It doesn't necessarily feel like a horror game, but it definitely feels creepy. So I should go to... I should go back to the store. I'm gonna go back to the store. Uh-oh. More dog prints. Yeah. This is the quickest way back. I'm gonna pull out my axe just in case. I have a crowbar as well. I wonder if I get hungry. Like, I don't care if you're a private detective or not. Why are you coming out here and in the snow? I'd be like, okay, I guess I'm waiting for the snow to be done. You were in a store, you had plenty of food. What is that? Treasure map. Behind the gas station. What is that animal noise? Rabbits? Okay, here's the river. That means there should be treasure around here. But what is it gonna be in, I wonder? Is this it? The beast enjoys long slumbers. Its sanctuary seems impregnable. Ice everywhere. Oh, I already read this. So I don't think that was the
Carl
treasure.
wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
I Have you ever been this cold? I have, and it's not fun. Okay. Let's go in, warm up. Canada, eh? Okay, so I'm all good now. Nice and warm. Nice and toasty. Can I drive? I can. So I should go up and then to the left. This is a sketchy bridge. And for some reason, For some reason, this game is sketching me out, and I absolutely hate it. Turn off your car. Is it that difficult? Open up that mailbox.
There should be a law
Medical emergency
forbidding
town. The doctor
doctors
there
from
is sick.
falling
I'll be
sick.
back soon. If he dies, I won't be returning. I'll have to replace him. What? The doctor there is sick. I'll be back soon.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop.
Isabelle Beaupre. Fire starter. Unlocking a door isn't enough.
For the
Matches.
one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
For the one-eyed, that's hilarious.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict. Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
My nightmare. The doctor is apparently fascinated by history. Earth doesn't look this big from here. Store in a cool, dry place with a constant temperature, they said. Yeah. Okay, got fur.
A chamber pot. Fortunately for Carl, inspecting it wouldn't further this particular investigation.
Isn't that a chamber pot for using the bathroom?
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps they were already dead. Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling. But back then, It was pretty much always the case with medicine. Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He was surely one of the first students out of the new campus to settle on the mountainside.
Communist
A
Manifesto?
communist manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book?
The history of all hit her to existing society in the history class of struggles, freeman and slave, patrician and plebeian, lord and serf, guild master and journeyman, in a word, oppressor and oppressed, stood in constant opposition to one another, carried on an uninterrupted, now hidden, now open fight, a fight that each time ended either in the revolutionary reconstitution of society at large or in the common ruin of contending classes. In the early epochs of history, we find almost everywhere a complicated arrangement of society into various orders, a manifold graduation of social rank. In ancient Rome, we have patricians, knights, plebeians, slaves. In the Middle Ages, feudal lords, vassals, guildmasters, journeymen, apprentices, serfs. In almost all these classes, again, subordinate gradations. I wouldn't really classify that as. That's definitely more history, not communist.
The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty.
I never did quite catch her name. The men called her Lore. She was around. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood. The bullet had done a lot of damage, probably hitting the cerebellum. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. The men have found her like this, they said. I doubt it, but in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. This whole thing sickens me. No medical explanation whatsoever can explain why old Rosary is still alive. As we in the trade say, the only way to cure him is to kill him. Dang. All of her symptoms point to the same root cause. She's pregnant. She refuses it. She denies it. I'm willing to bet her husband is not the father. Let's just hope it's not Everett Lockhart, though, or she would have an illegitimate child and a syphilis on her hands.
There was no doubt that the doctor and Hamilton knew each other very well.
Haughty. Can't be cured. Chronic foot pain. Can't walk long distances. Rich. I'll cure him of that one day. Dang. Seems like you had a motive. Or at least a want, I guess. But okay, I am making slight progress. It's another lamp. But okay. Please use the other door. So I'm going to end it here. This is a very intriguing game. Not 100% sure what to expect going forward, though. I could stop at all these houses, I guess. Because there's only 3 here. And I'm not trekking out that way. That's a giant lake. That's a walking trail. But I guess I check out these houses and go to his house and see what's up. There's also 3 houses back here, which I could definitely go check out as well. But I already did all this area, so that's cool. So I guess I will just call it here. So thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, please consider following. If you want to see more, go to my YouTube channel, Spiritual Zombo, where you will be able to see the rest of this and anything else I play. If you don't see anything you like, please don't be afraid to leave a comment or private message me over here about games you want to see, and I'll get to those games as soon as possible. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. If I don't see you again, good night.